The unexpected inheritance. The vast expanse of space stretched out before Captain Alex Reeves as he guided his small cargo ship through the asteroid belt of the Centauri system. It was a treacherous route, but one that promised hefty rewards for those brave or foolish enough to attempt it. Alex fell into the former category, or so he liked to believe. As he skillfully maneuvered between two massive hunks of space rock, the ship's communication system crackled to life. Captain Reeves, a familiar voice called out, "We have an urgent transmission from Nexus Station. It's marked Priority 1. Alex frowned. Priority 1 messages were rare, usually reserved for galactic emergencies or personal catastrophes. With a quick command to the ship's air to maintain their current course, he switched his attention to the incoming transmission. The holographic display flickered to life, revealing the solemn face of Ambassador Jorax, a longtime friend and influential figure in the Galactic Alliance. The Centaurian's usually vibrant blue skin seemed pale, his 4 eyes dimmed with what Alex could only describe as sorrow. "Alex, my dear friend," Jorax began, his voice heavy with emotion. "I bear grave news. Our mutual friend, Kraltek, has passed into the great beyond." The words hit Alex like a physical blow. Kraltek, the eccentric Arcturian inventor who had taken him under his wing when he first ventured into space, was gone. Memories flooded his mind, late nights discussing the mysteries of the universe, wild adventures on distant planets, and the unwavering support Kraltek had shown him over the years. "How?" Alex managed to ask, his voice barely above a whisper. Jorax's lower set of eyes blinked rapidly, a sign of distress in his species. "An accident in his laboratory. The details are unclear, but that is not why I've contacted you, Alex. Kraltek left a will, and you are his sole heir." Alex's mind reeled. Heir to what? Kraltek had always lived modestly, his brilliant mind more focused on his next invention than on accumulating wealth. As if reading his thoughts, Jorax continued, "It seems our friend had secrets, even from those closest to him. His estate is substantial, but more importantly, he has left you something far more precious, guardianship of his life's work, and—" The ambassador hesitated, all 4 eyes blinking in rapid succession now. "And his wife, Lyra." "Wife?" Alex exclaimed, unable to contain his shock. In all the years he'd known Kraltek, the Arcturian had never mentioned a spouse. Jorax nodded gravely. "It's a complicated situation, Alex. One that requires your immediate presence on Nexus Station. Can you come?" Alex glanced at his ship's navigation system. He was already halfway through the asteroid belt, and turning back now would mean losing the lucrative contract he'd fought so hard to secure. But Kraltek had been more than a friend. He'd been a mentor, a father figure. He owed him this much, at least. "I'm on my way," Alex said, already plotting a new course. "I'll be there in 48 hours. The journey to Nexus Station was a blur of hyperspace jumps and restless sleep. Alex's mind was a whirlwind of questions and memories. By the time he docked at the massive space station, he was exhausted but driven by a burning need for answers. Ambassador Jorax was waiting for him at the airlock, his tall, willowy frame draped in the formal robes of his office. Without a word, he led Alex through the bustling corridors of the station, past curious onlookers of a dozen different species, to a private conference room. As the door slid shut behind them, sealing out the noise and chaos of the station, Alex finally broke the silence. "All right, Jorax, I'm here. Now tell me what the hell is going on." The Centaurian gestured for Alex to take a seat, then activated a holographic display in the center of the room. An image of Kraltek appeared, his tentacled face creased in his familiar, mischievous smile. Kraltek recorded this message shortly before his death, Jorax explained softly. "It's for you, Alex." The hologram flickered to life, and Kraltek's voice filled the room. "Alex, my boy, if you're seeing this, then I've gone and done something stupid and gotten myself killed. Don't be sad. We both know I've been tempting fate for years with my experiments." Despite himself, Alex felt a smile tugging at his lips. That was Krelltech, all right, irreverent to the last. I don't have much time, the recording continued, so I'll get to the point. I'm leaving everything to you, Alex. My research, my inventions, my wealth, it's all yours. But most importantly, I'm entrusting you with Lyra. The image changed, revealing a stunningly beautiful alien woman. She was humanoid, but with iridescent skin that seemed to shimmer with its own inner light. Her eyes were large and luminous, filled with an intelligence that took Alex's breath away. Lyra is my wife, and the most important discovery I've ever made. She's also in grave danger. There are forces at work in this galaxy, Alex forces that would use Lyra and the secrets she holds to reshape the balance of power. I trust you to protect her, to finish what I started. The hologram of Krelltech looked directly at Alex, his expression more serious than the human had ever seen it. I'm sorry to burden you with this, my friend, but you're the only one I trust. The only one with the courage, the wit, and the heart to see this through. Take care of Lyra. Unravel the mystery. And whatever you do, don't let them win. With that, the hologram flickered and died, leaving the room in stunned silence. Alex sat back, his mind struggling to process everything he'd just heard. He turned to Jorax, who was watching him with a mixture of sympathy and apprehension. "Where is she?" Alex asked. "Where's Lyra?" As if on cue, the door to the conference room slid open. Alex turned, and for the second time in as many minutes, found himself breathless. Lyra stood in the doorway, even more breathtaking in person than in the hologram. Her skin rippled with colors that shouldn't exist, her eyes fixed on Alex with an intensity that made his heart race. "Hello, Alex," she said, her voice like music. "I've been waiting a long time to meet you." As Alex stood to greet her, he couldn't shake the feeling that his life had just changed irrevocably. Whatever Krelltech had gotten him into, whatever dangers lay ahead, one thing was certain: nothing would ever be the same again. Quantum secrets and alien wonders. Alex's world turned upside down the moment Lyra entered the room. Her otherworldly beauty was captivating, but it was the depth of intelligence in her eyes that truly drew him in. As she approached, Alex noticed subtle patterns rippling across her iridescent skin, intricate designs that seemed to shift and change with each movement. "I know you have questions," Lyra said, her melodic voice tinged with an accent Alex couldn't quite place. "But first, we must secure Krelltech's legacy. Time is of the essence." Before Alex could respond, alarms blared throughout the station. Ambassador Jorax's 4 eyes widened in panic. "We've been compromised," he hissed. "They're here." Lyra grabbed Alex's hand, her touch sending an electric jolt through his body. "We must go, now." She pulled him towards a hidden panel in the wall, revealing a sleek, pod-like vehicle. "What the hell is going on?" Alex demanded as they climbed inside. "Quantum insurgents," Lyra explained, her fingers dancing over the controls. "They're after Krelltech's final invention, and me." The pod shot out of the station, plunging them into the vastness of space. Through the viewscreen, Alex watched in horror as a massive, obsidian ship materialized near Nexus Station. Its surface seemed to absorb light, creating an unsettling void against the star-studded backdrop. "That's a Void Reaver," Lyra said grimly. "Capable of bending space-time itself. We can't outrun it. We need to outsmart it." Alex's mind raced. He'd heard whispers of Void Reavers, but most dismissed them as myths. "Lyra, what exactly did Krelltech invent? What are we protecting?" She turned to him, her eyes glowing with an inner light. "The key to unlocking the quantum realm." Krelltech discovered a way to harness quantum entanglement on a macroscopic scale. With it, we could revolutionize travel, communication, even the nature of reality itself. The implications were staggering. No wonder someone was willing to kill for it. "And you?" Alex asked softly. "Where do you fit into all this?" Lyra's expression softened. "I am the living interface. My people, the Lumina, exist partially in the quantum realm. Kroltek's work allowed him to bridge the gap between our worlds. We fell in love, and I agreed to be the conduit for his invention. Their pod shuddered as the Void Reaver fired, narrowly missing them. Alex gripped the controls, years of piloting experience kicking in. We need a plan. Any ideas? Lyra nodded, her skin pulsing with vibrant patterns. There's a quantum filament nearby, a tear in the fabric of space-time. If we can reach it, we might be able to lose them. Might. Alex raised an eyebrow. It's unstable, Lyra admitted. We could end up anywhere, or anywhen, but it's our only chance. Alex took a deep breath. All right, let's do it. Where's this filament? Lyra closed her eyes, concentrating. Her body began to glow, emitting a soft, pulsating light. There, she said, pointing to what looked like empty space. Can you see it? At first, Alex saw nothing. Then, slowly, he began to perceive a faint shimmer, like heat waves on a scorching day. I see it. Hang on. He pushed the pod to its limits, expertly weaving through the Void Reaver's barrage of weapons fire. As they neared the quantum filament, reality itself seemed to warp around them. Stars stretched into brilliant streaks of light, and Alex felt a peculiar sensation, as if his very atoms were being pulled apart and reassembled. Brace yourself, Lyra shouted as they plunged into the filament. The universe exploded into a kaleidoscope of impossible colors and mind-bending geometries. Alex felt his consciousness expand, touching realms beyond human comprehension. In that eternal instant, he glimpsed the underlying fabric of reality, the cosmic dance of quarks and quantum strings that formed the basis of existence. And then, as suddenly as it began, it was over. The pod emerged into normal space with a thunderous crack. Alex blinked, his senses reeling from the experience. Where are we? He managed to ask, his voice hoarse. Lyra peered out the view screen, her expression a mix of wonder and concern. When are we might be the better question. Before them loomed a massive structure, a Dyson sphere encompassing an entire star. Its surface was a patchwork of advanced technology and organic matter, pulsing with energy. By the cosmic winds, Lyra breathed. We've jumped thousands of years into the future. This is the legacy of Kroltek's work. A civilization that has mastered quantum mechanics and reshaped the very stars. As they drifted closer to the awe-inspiring megastructure, a transmission crackled through their comm system. The language was unlike anything Alex had ever heard, yet somehow he understood every word. Welcome, travelers, the voice said. We've been expecting you. It's time to fulfill your destiny and save the past, to ensure this future comes to pass. Alex turned to Lyra, his mind struggling to process everything that had happened. In the span of a few hours, he'd inherited an alien wife, a universe-altering invention, and now, apparently, the responsibility of safeguarding the timeline itself. Lyra took his hand, her touch grounding him in the midst of this impossible situation. I know it's overwhelming, she said softly. But remember what Kroltek said. You have the courage, the wit, and the heart to see this through. We'll face this together. As their pod was drawn towards an opening in the Dyson sphere, Alex squared his shoulders. Whatever challenges lay ahead, whatever mind-bending wonders or terrifying dangers they might face, he was ready. With Lyra by his side and the legacy of his friend to protect, he would rise to meet his destiny. The future, past, present, and everything in between was waiting. Echoes of eternity. As their pod glided into the Dyson sphere, Alex and Lyra found themselves immersed in a world beyond imagination. The interior was a vast, multidimensional space where the laws of physics seemed more like gentle suggestions. Structures of impossible geometry floated in mid-air, their surfaces shimmering with what appeared to be living light. Welcome to the nexus of infinity, a melodious voice echoed around them. A being materialized before them, a swirling vortex of energy that coalesced into a vaguely humanoid shape. I am Zephyr, custodian of this realm. We've awaited your arrival for eons. Alex's mind reeled. Eons. We just got here. Zephyr's form rippled with amusement. Time is fluid here. What you perceive as moments, we experience as millennia. Your journey through the quantum filament has made you part of the grand tapestry of causality. Lyra stepped forward, her skin pulsing with intricate patterns. You said we need to save the past. What do you mean? Observe, Zephyr said, waving a tendril of energy. The space around them transformed, showing scenes from history, past, present, and future. Alex watched in awe as civilizations rose and fell, galaxies collided and reformed, and the very fabric of reality warped and evolved. The quantum technology you carry, Zephyr explained, is the linchpin of existence. Without it, this future, all futures, will unravel. The Void Reavers seek to prevent its creation, to keep the universe locked in stagnation. But why us? Alex asked. Why not send your own people back? Zephyr's form darkened. We cannot directly interfere. The paradoxes would be catastrophic. You, however, are quantum wildcards. Your actions ripple through time in unpredictable ways, allowing for change without unraveling the cosmic weave. Lyra's eyes widened in understanding. The Lumina, my people, we're not just interfaces for the quantum realm, are we? We're living paradoxes. Precisely, Zephyr confirmed. Your very existence defies conventional physics. It's why you and Alex are uniquely suited for this task. Alex felt a weight settle on his shoulders. The fate of all reality resting on them. It was almost too much to comprehend. So, what do we do? First, Zephyr said, you must unlock your full potential. The quantum realm is not just a place, it's a state of being. You must learn to navigate it, to bend reality itself to your will. With a gesture, Zephyr opened a portal beside them. Through it, Alex could see a vast chamber filled with swirling energies and pulsating crystals. This is the Chronos Forge. Here, you'll undergo the trials of eternity. If you succeed, you'll gain the power to face the Void Reavers and safeguard the timeline. Alex turned to Lyra, searching her alien features for any sign of doubt. He found only determination and a flicker of something else, something that made his heart race. Together, he asked, extending his hand. Lyra's fingers intertwined with his, her touch sending sparks of quantum energy dancing across his skin. Always, she replied. As they stepped through the portal, the universe seemed to hold its breath. The trials of eternity began, each challenge more mind-bending than the last. They navigated fractal landscapes that shifted with every step, solving puzzles that required thinking in 5 dimensions. They faced echoes of themselves from alternate timelines, learning to distinguish truth from quantum possibility. They dove into the heart of a singularity, their consciousness expanded to encompass entire galaxies. Through it all, Alex and Lyra's bond deepened. They moved in perfect synchronization, their minds and bodies attuned to each other and the quantum flow around them. What started as partnership blossomed into something more, a love that transcended time and space. As they completed the final trial, emerging victorious from a simulated battle against a Void Reaver, Alex felt power coursing through him. His perception had expanded beyond anything he'd thought possible. He could see the quantum strings that formed reality, could pluck them like a cosmic instrument. Lyra was similarly transformed. Her iridescent skin now rippled with equations and universal constants, a living embodiment of quantum physics. When she spoke, her voice resonated with the harmony of the spheres. You have done well, Zephyr said, manifesting before them. You are now quantum architects, capable of reshaping reality itself. But remember, with great power comes great responsibility and great danger. The Void Reavers, Alex said, understanding dawning. They'll be able to sense us now. Zephyr nodded. Indeed, the final battle approaches. You must return to your time and face them, armed with the knowledge and power you've gained. But how do we defeat them? Lyra asked. Even with our new abilities, they're still incredibly powerful. Zephyr's form shimmered, revealing glimpses of possible futures. The key lies in unity. Separately, you are formidable. Together, you are unstoppable. Your bond, forged in quantum fire, is the ultimate weapon against the forces of stagnation. Alex squeezed Lyra's hand, feeling the surge of energy between them. "We're ready," he said with conviction. Zephyr opened a quantum portal, a swirling vortex of possibilities. "Remember, the future is not set. Your actions will determine the fate of all reality. Trust in each other, in the power you now wield, and in the resilience of life itself." As Alex and Lyra prepared to step through, Zephyr had one final warning. "Beware the Enigma Protocol. It is both salvation and damnation, a failsafe woven into the fabric of spacetime. Use it only in the direst need, for its activation will forever alter the course of history." Before they could ask for clarification, the portal pulled them in. They tumbled through the quantum realm, glimpsing alternate realities and possible futures. In one, they saw themselves leading a galactic alliance against the Void Reavers. In another, they were parents to a child who would become the bridge between organic life and AI consciousness. As they neared their original timeline, a dark presence loomed. The Void Reavers had sensed their return and were massing for an attack. The fabric of spacetime groaned under the weight of their reality-warping ships. Alex and Lyra emerged from the portal in the midst of chaos. Nexus Station was under siege, its defenses crumbling against the onslaught of the Void Fleet. Ambassador Jorax's voice crackled over the comms, desperate and fading. "This is it," Alex said, cosmic energy crackling around his fists. "Everything we've learned, everything we've become, it all leads to this moment." Lyra nodded, her body shifting through quantum states. "Whatever happens, my love, know that our bond transcends time and space. We face this together, now and always." As they prepared to unleash their newfound powers against the Void Reavers, the words of the Enigma Protocol echoed in their minds. The ultimate weapon, the final gambit that could save or doom all of reality. The battle for existence itself was about to begin, and humanity's representatives stood at the center of the storm, ready to fight for a future yet unwritten. Quantum apocalypse. The universe trembled as Alex and Lyra unleashed their newfound powers against the Void Reavers. Reality itself bent to their will, cosmic energies surging through their intertwined forms. They were no longer merely human and Lumina. They had become living conduits of quantum possibility. Initiating probability cascade, Alex shouted, his voice resonating across dimensions. Waves of alternate timelines crashed against the Void Reavers' ships, each impact splintering their obsidian hulls into fractal patterns of destruction. Lyra's iridescent skin blazed with the fire of 1,000 suns as she wove a tapestry of quantum entanglement around the enemy fleet. Synchronizing parallel wavelengths, she intoned, her words rewriting the very laws of physics. But the Void Reavers were not so easily defeated. Their flagship, a colossal structure that devoured light itself, opened like a blooming flower of darkness. From its core emerged a being of pure anti-existence, the Null Architect. Foolish children of causality, the Null Architect's voice boomed, each word a void that threatened to unmake reality. "You cannot stop the inevitable. The universe yearns for eternal stasis, for the peace of unmaking." The creature lashed out with tendrils of unlight, each touch erasing matter from existence. Alex and Lyra's quantum shields flickered under the assault, their newly godlike powers strained to the limit. "We need to synchronize," Lyra gasped, her form flickering between states of being. "The quantum fusion, it's our only hope." Alex nodded, understanding intuitively what needed to be done. They reached for each other, their bodies merging in a blinding flash of quantum energy. Where two beings once stood, now floated a single entity of unimaginable power, the avatar of infinity. "We are Alpha and Omega, the sum of all possibilities," the avatar spoke, its voice a chorus of multiversal harmonies. "And we reject your stagnation." The battle that ensued defied comprehension. The Avatar and the Null Architect clashed across 11 dimensions, their conflict reshaping galaxies and rewriting the cosmic code of existence. Stars were born and died in the wake of their struggle. Entire civilizations rose and fell in the blink of an eye. But even as they fought, a deeper threat loomed. The fabric of spacetime, strained by the titanic forces at play, began to unravel. Cracks appeared in the void, leaking primordial energies from before the Big Bang. The cosmic membrane is rupturing, the Avatar realized with horror. If it breaks, all of reality will collapse. The Null Architect laughed, a sound that chilled the cosmic background radiation. Yes, let it all end. Let the great experiment of existence finally conclude. In that moment of crisis, the Avatar remembered Zephyr's warning about the Enigma Protocol. With a heavy heart, knowing the consequences could be dire, they made their choice. Enigma Protocol. Activate, the Avatar commanded. The universe held its breath. Then, with a sound that could only be described as silence given form, everything changed. Reality itself seemed to reboot, the laws of physics rewriting themselves in real time. The Void Reaver's fleet disintegrated, their anti-existence negated by new cosmic constants. The Null Architect howled in agony as it was erased from the timeline, its very concept becoming a paradox. But the changes didn't stop there. Across the cosmos, sentient beings found their consciousness expanded, linked in a grand network of quantum entanglement. The boundaries between organic life, artificial intelligence, and the fabric of spacetime itself blurred. As the energies of the Enigma Protocol faded, the Avatar split back into Alex and Lyra. They floated in the void, forever changed by their experience. "What have we done?" Alex whispered, awe and fear mingling in his voice. Lyra's eyes, now windows into infinite realities, met his. "We've given the universe a chance to evolve, to become something greater than the sum of its parts." As if in response to her words, the damaged cosmic membrane began to heal. But instead of closing, it transformed into a shimmering gateway, a bridge between their universe and others in the grand multiverse. A familiar voice echoed across the cosmos, Zephyr, but somehow more vast and all-encompassing than before. "You've done well, quantum architects," Zephyr's voice reverberated through their very beings. The Enigma Protocol was always meant to be activated, but only by those who understood the true value of change, of growth, of life itself. "What happens now?" Alex asked, feeling simultaneously insignificant and infinite. "Now," Zephyr replied, "the real journey begins. You have reshaped the cosmos, but with great power comes great responsibility. The universe, no, the multiverse, needs guardians, guides to help navigate this new age of infinite possibility." Lyra squeezed Alex's hand, a gesture that sent ripples of quantum probability cascading through nearby star systems. "Together," she asked, echoing their promise from what felt like eons ago. Alex nodded, his heart swelling with love that transcended time, space, and dimension. "Always," he replied. As they turned to face the shimmering multiversal gateway, Alex and Lyra knew that their greatest adventures were just beginning. They had saved reality itself, reshaped the cosmic order, and unlocked the infinite potential of existence. But more than that, they had found each other, a love that would echo across eternity, a partnership forged in the fires of quantum possibility. Whatever challenges the multiverse held, whatever wonders or terrors awaited beyond that shimmering portal, they would face it together. Hand in hand, the quantum architects took their first step into a reality reborn, ready to write the next chapter in the grand cosmic story. The universe watched, waited, and wondered what marvels these children of humanity and Lumina would bring to the infinite tapestry of existence. Echoes of infinity. As Alex and Lyra stepped through the multiversal gateway, reality kaleidoscoped around them. They found themselves in the nexus of all realities, an impossible space where countless universes intersected. "Welcome, quantum architects," a chorus of voices greeted them. Before them stood the Cosmic Council, beings of pure energy representing the fundamental forces of creation. Your actions have set in motion the next phase of universal evolution. The gravity overseer rumbled, its form a swirling galaxy of dark matter. But with great change comes great danger, warned the electromagnetic empress, her body crackling with prismatic lightning. The strong force titan, a behemoth of tightly bound quarks, stepped forward. A new threat has emerged, one that endangers not just our reality, but all realities. Images flashed before Alex and Lyra, showing a terrifying new enemy, the entropy swarm. A hive mind of cosmic locusts, devouring entire universes and leaving nothing but void in their wake. They feed on possibility itself, explained the weak force whisperer, its ethereal form barely visible. And your activation of the Enigma protocol has drawn their attention to our corner of the multiverse. Alex and Lyra exchanged determined glances. What can we do? They asked in unison, their quantum-entangled minds perfectly synced. You must ascend, the council replied. Become more than quantum architects. Become universal constants. With those words, the council members dissolved into pure energy, flowing into Alex and Lyra. The transformation was beyond anything they had experienced before. They felt their consciousness expand to encompass entire realities, their bodies becoming conduits for the fundamental forces of existence. As the process completed, Alex and Lyra stood reborn. They were no longer merely human and Lumina, but living embodiments of cosmic law. Alex, now the avatar of order, his form a mesmerizing tapestry of mathematical perfection. Lyra, the empress of chaos, her body a swirling maelstrom of infinite possibility. The balance between us, Alex realized, his voice resonating across dimensions, it's the key to defeating the entropy swarm. Lyra nodded, her eyes windows into swirling realities. Order and chaos, working in harmony. The perfect defense against those who would reduce everything to nothingness. Their first test came swiftly. A tendril of the entropy swarm breached the borders of their home reality, hungrily devouring stars and civilizations in its path. Alex and Lyra moved as one, their powers complementing each other perfectly. Where Alex created unbreakable lattices of space-time to contain the swarm, Lyra introduced controlled bursts of chaos to disrupt its hive mind. The battle raged across galaxies, witnessed by trillions of beings across countless worlds. Humanity watched in awe as their champions, once an ordinary space captain and his alien wife, fought to save all of existence. But even with their newfound powers, Alex and Lyra realized that defeating the swarm wasn't enough. They needed to find a permanent solution, a way to protect the multiverse for eternity. In a moment of shared epiphany, they understood what had to be done. We need to rewrite the cosmic code, Alex said, his form pulsing with complex equations. Introduce a new fundamental force, Lyra agreed, chaos swirling around her in beautiful fractals. Together, they began an impossible task, adding a fifth fundamental force to the universe. A force of creation and renewal, to balance the entropy that had run unchecked for eons. As they worked, weaving new cosmic constants into the fabric of reality, something miraculous happened. Across all dimensions, all timelines, beings of every species felt a call, a yearning to be part of something greater. Trillions of consciousnesses reached out, offering their energy, their uniqueness, their very essence to fuel the creation of this new force. Humans stood side by side with aliens, AIs merged with organic minds, and beings of pure energy danced with creatures of solid matter. In that moment of universal unity, the new force was born. The harmonic resonance, a power that turned diversity into strength, chaos into creativity, and endings into new beginnings. The entropy swarm recoiled as the harmonic resonance swept through the cosmos. Where before they had found easy prey, now they encountered worlds brimming with vibrant, ever-evolving life. Universes that adapted and grew stronger with every attack. Realizing their defeat, the swarm retreated to the farthest reaches of the multiverse, perhaps to evolve, perhaps to fade away entirely. As the dust settled and the new cosmic order took hold, Alex and Lyra found themselves changed once again. They were no longer merely universal constants, but something even greater, multiversal axioms, living embodiments of the principles that governed all of existence. They turned to face the countless beings who had aided them, their forms now a mesmerizing blend of human, lumina, and pure cosmic energy. "Thank you," they said, their voices echoing across all realities. "You've proven that the greatest power in the universe is not destruction, but cooperation, not stagnation, but growth." A cheer went up from every corner of the cosmos, a celebration of life and possibility that shook the very foundations of reality. As the jubilation died down, Alex and Lyra prepared to take on their new roles as guardians of the multiverse. But before they did, they turned to each other, their love a beacon that outshone galaxies. "Ready for our next adventure?" Alex asked, extending a hand formed of starlight and mathematical certainty. Lyra took it, her touch sending ripples of beautiful chaos across 1 billion timelines. "Always," she replied with a smile that birthed new universes. Hand in hand, the multiversal axioms set off into the infinite expanse of creation. They had started as a humble human and his alien wife, inherited a fortune and a mystery, and ended up saving all of existence. But more than that, they had proven that humanity's greatest strengths, love, courage, creativity, and the ability to form connections across any boundary, were truly universal constants. As they vanished into the cosmic tapestry, their story echoed across time and space, inspiring countless beings to look to the stars with hope and wonder. For in a multiverse of infinite possibilities, anything was possible. And somewhere, in a small corner of a long-forgotten galaxy, a young alien child looked up at the night sky and dreamed of adventures beyond imagining, ready to write the next chapter in the never-ending story of existence.